A heated debate is spreading across social media. Some Somali voices are calling for black unity, but many black Americans online are responding with a clear message. Not so fast. So, why are some people declining that call for unity? Is it misunderstanding, history, culture, or something deeper? Today, we are breaking down the reasons behind this conversation and why it is becoming such a major topic online. Watch these clips and then I'll come back with more comments.
I've been saying that black Americans don't have allies for the longest, right? Now, this proves my point. Out there in Minnesota, a young black mother was looking for a daycare to put her children. What do you know? The Somalis run a 24-hour daycare, but when she get there, they don't want to give her a tour. They don't want to service her, and she says,
I tried to send my child to one of the 24-hour daycare centers because this is the only 24-hour daycare in Minnesota. The Somalis would not give me a tour. They did not want me to bring my kids to their daycare. It was because they was doing daycare fraud. Come to find out, another thing with them, they made it very clear their only agenda is to benefit the Somali community.
you know, most of these immigrants, they come here, they don't come here to ally with us blacks. They don't come here to be our friends. They don't come here to service us. They don't come here to be around us. They come here to use America for whatever they can get out of it. That's something that we all have to remember because that's what it is. You open a business here in America, then it's for everyone. You service everyone. You don't come to America to only service your own people. And that's one of the biggest issues that white Americans and black Americans have with all immigrant groups right now in America. You guys come here and you don't even play by the rules because before you had your own place, before you had your own little cities and towns, you had to come to our cities and towns. Guess what? You got all the services you need. So that's one of the biggest issues that black Americans have with all immigrants. You guys come here, you think you're better than us. You don't treat us with any kind of respect. You don't respect our history. You don't respect our language. You don't respect our country. You don't respect us at all. But yet you expect us to respect you. You expect us to put our bodies on the line when ICE is chasing your ass down the street. No, sir. It's never happening again. Believe me, black Americans do not have any allies, and we need to start marching and acting like it and voting and standing on that.
Do people always have misplaced anger when it comes to black Americans? So I'm talking about how I see a lot of Somali people mad with black Americans at their response to what is currently happening. But at the same time, I don't see those same people making videos about the white woman that called child the N-word at Cinnabon and said that she was openly racist. A lot of black Americans have still had solidarity with them during this situation, but some of us just do not care. But you cannot be mad at black Americans for not getting into your fights when that's not our fight to even get in. It's the same group of people who use microaggressions when speaking about black Americans, like they are exempt from something, and now they are actually seeing the treatment that black Americans have been talking about for decades, but they never wanted to believe it. They always thought it was our issue as to why we were being treated the way that we were being treated. I don't like diaspora wars. I feel like a person who is racist is going to treat all of us the same. If you are not of a certain ethnicity, of a certain race, they are not going to like you regardless. But for some reason, certain racial groups think that they are better than black Americans, and they think that any type of treatment that black Americans get is because of how they act. When no, they're racist. They don't like you.
Oh, and another thing, I'm loving black Americans showing the Somalis their whole ass, bruh. Oh, and don't pay attention to my nappy-headed, ashy ass. This is me. This is me, nigga. But the fact that black Americans are letting these Somalis know we don't fuck with y'all like that. Oh yeah, we remember all the disrespectful shit y'all was on when y'all was up off of fraud. Yeah, talking about, oh, we ain't black, we Arabs. Now y'all calling black folks to come stand with you cause Arabs ain't with you either. See, I don't get it because y'all keep saying shit like, oh, as a minority, after they get us, They coming for y'all. Who the fuck is y'all? And why the y'all only need black folks when y'all in some shit, huh? Yeah, and this is going to whatever minority is in the spotlight right now. Every time y'all need some hood behavior or some hooligan behavior. See, this is the thing
So in today's video, we are discussing a topic that has been trending in online discussions, the debate about unity between the Somali communities and Black Americans. This video isn't about attacking anyone. Instead, we are looking at different perspectives and explaining why some Black Americans say they are hesitant to support calls for unity. One of the most common points by Black Americans is history. Black Americans have a very specific historical experience in the United States that includes slavery, segregation, and the civil rights movements. Because of this history, some people have believed their struggle and identity are unique to their community. So when conversations about unity come up, some Black Americans say they want acknowledgement of that history before broader alliances are formed. For them, unity is possible, but it has to start with understanding those historical realities.
This message is for those in the Somali community. I don't know if you got the memo. I don't know if it arrived yet. But in rushing to get this memo to you, this message, because we had the feeling that you had this expectation that you wanted us to fulfill. And we sent in this memo, we simply said, hell no. Now, in rushing this memo, getting you this message, we left something very important out. And I apologize. I'm sorry. You can blame me. But what we left out is you are starting to notice that Black Americans are no longer saying African Americans, or you're hearing it less. It's because we have done so much work here. We fought corruption here. We fought the Ku Klux Klan here. We fought the government here. We built the infrastructure. We fight the red line through real estate to keep us in the fucking ghetto. We did a lot of stuff. And the stuff that we did and the work that we put in, it makes no sense to say that we're from somewhere else. Especially when that somewhere else doesn't even want us. And to make it worse, when you're over here in our backyard, you don't even want us in your community. So that being said, we don't say African American, or I don't. Let me speak for myself. I don't say African American. I say Black Native American. And that's not to take away from the work that everybody else does with, like, my ancestors, not to disrespect anybody. But we're here today, and we had to fight to be here. And my people is not going to fight and die here to raise their children here to turn around and say that they're from somewhere else. No, that doesn't work, especially when you let us know that we're not welcome in your community. So, again, I apologize. That I also wanted to put that in the first memo, but again, we had to rush to get it out to you because you thought we were coming to your rescue. So you're on your own, but you'll be all right. You'll definitely be all right. I know the struggle is real, but it's nothing like what we had to go through.
Another factor for them is cultural differences. Many Somali communities in Western countries are immigrants or descendants of immigrants. Black Americans, on the other hand, have deep generational roots in the United States. So because of these different backgrounds, people sometimes have different cultural values, traditions, and even social experiences. So when communities don't fully understand each other's cultures, misunderstandings can happen. So a lot of this debate is happening online, and social media tends to amplify the most emotional and controversial opinions. In reality, many Somali and Black Americans communities live in the same neighborhoods and they work together every day. But those everyday positive interactions rarely go viral.
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. Alright? Everyone is keep asking, why don't Somalis want to identify as black? It's simple. The term black was never a word to begin with. Yeah. The term black, it didn't come from Africa. It came from America. Hello. Right? It was designed to separate slaves from Europeans. It was not designed to celebrate identity. It was to control it. Yeah. So when Somalis came to the West, we didn't suddenly become black. We were labeled. Alright? Imposed. And we embrace it. Chill like that. Chill like that. Sheesh. Somalis had identity before race. Alright? Our identity comes from our ancestors, not appearance. Yeah. Alright? Blackness is a Western category. Somalia is a civilization. Big difference. We're Somalis. Chill like that.
Some people say the question of unity often comes down to trust. Online discussions sometimes include stories of negative experiences between individuals from different communities. So when people share these stories repeatedly, it can create hesitation about forming alliances. For some Black Americans, the idea is simple. Before unity can happen, there has to be mutual respect and understanding. Another important factor is how people view identity. Some Somali voices emphasize a shared global Black identity, but some Black Americans focus more on their specific identity tied to their history in the United States. Neither perspective is necessarily right or wrong. They are simply different viewpoints shaped by different experiences. So at the end of the day, conversations about unity between communities are complex. History, culture, identity, and personal experiences all play a role in how people see these issues. So while social media often highlights disagreements, there are also many examples of cooperation and mutual support happening quietly every day. The key to any meaningful unity is open dialogue, respect, and understanding. So what do you think, guys, about this whole debate? Do you think unity between different communities should happen automatically, or should it be built slowly over time? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and if you found this discussion interesting, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to join our family and to get access to more commentaries on trending social media topics. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.